Good morning everyone and welcome back to the stream, and this is the 12th episode of the Ironman challenge for Kuhn and Sam over here. So let's go ahead and start through the let's do the update first. We have two Ironman Challenger updates, first of which is Nylum, who let's start saying this. Nylum was a survival hunter who made it to the tender level of 48 and unfortunately equipped a green helm, I think it was, and thereby losing the challenge. So unfortunate, but he did jump right back on the horse and make a monk and level him up to 10. I don't know which spec he's going, if it's most people tend to go the tank route, but we'll see what he chooses. But yeah, he did turn around and make it right back up to level 10. The other update we have is Exploding Ember, who's leveled from 16 to I think it's 18 or 19. So he is making progress as well. So let's go ahead and knock out the rules real quick. So for the Ironman challenge, there's no dying. No dying is allowed. You have to go through 1 to 110 without a single death. There's no gear quality above white, so that includes accidentally putting on or equipping, say, a quest reward. So you have to be very careful with that. Usually I try not to open my bags unless I'm vendoring stuff. So yeah, be careful with that. On your white or gray gear, there's no gear and no enchants allowed. There's no talents. You can have a spec, but you cannot have a talent. There's no potions, flasks, elixirs, or healthstones. Healthstones are permitted if you're a warlock. There's no joining groups, raids, entering dungeons or raids. There's no food buffs. There's no XP boosting activities such as recruit a friend, the monk ratio, and XP potions. There's no leveling per pet battles. There's no bodyguards or professions. The only profession you can have is first aid, which I still haven't done for whatever reason. So yeah, that covers the basis of the rules. Now, if you are watching this post streaming, I do go in and try to timestamp the more exciting moments in my videos. So you don't have to sit there and expect to look at a 3-hour video of someone leveling. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's tuck that away, and yeah, we'll save that. Let's go ahead and get right back into the leveling. So right now we are in winter spring. And I am today's Tuesday for those who might be seeing the video later once it's been made, but or after it's been streamed. But what we're going to do, that being said, the servers are going to go down in about 2 hours. So we're going to try to quickly knock this out as quick as possible. I know I said quick twice. It's still early in the morning for me, so I'm going to stumble through my words evidently. Now, we had a quest yesterday that we weren't sure about how safe it was to actually complete it, where we had to run up a frozen waterfall, all the while avoiding little red spheres, little pink spheres, I think. But I did a little bit of research. I don't think you can, it'll one-shot you. It will knock you up in the air, so you kind of have to be careful for that. And I think that should be doable for the hunter. What else is there for that? So I'm going to see if we can find a gear vendor. This seems to be a pretty big hub as far as different NPCs. So it looks like heavy merchant, light armor. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We have, that's 8.52. That doesn't help too much. That's even less. Oh, would you look at that? The BKP 42. They sell it here. So let's go ahead and buy that. We've already sold everything yesterday. So what is this? Increases your attack power by... Ew, no, let's get rid of that. No potions. Boom. So that's the gun we've been talking about for the past 2 episodes, and I'm gonna go ahead and equip it. Vendor this, and let's see what do we got here. Level 45 stuff, and this is all cloth and leather. So let's... Oh yeah, look at this. This is nice. A little pricey, but it's going to give us a change of appearance. So let's go ahead and buy that. There we are. That is the updated Cunin Sam look. Look at that. Nice and gold, I guess. Alright, so we'll sell these back, and I think that takes us from 129 armor to 158. That was a lot of gold for 29 armor upgrade, but that's okay. Let's see. Now, the other thing is, there is a quest. Yes, there was a quest here, so let's go see what this is about, and it's going to lead us. Speak with these Rocket Snitch. Okay, that's kind of a funny name. So we got all the cats out, the pets out. Was that guy? Oh no, he's right here. So we'll complete this. Collect 6 prime rubble chunks from frost shard rumblers. Okay, so that's going to have us head that way. So let's do that after we complete the pursuit of shades. I'd like to finish that line. That might open up something, another quest line here in Everlook. I did see I do have mail somewhere. Sky Rapier. Words of the High Chief. Alright, well, let's just keep that in there. I don't know if that's a quest item or not, but maybe not necessary. It might be a quest item, so let's actually grab that. If it is, keep it. If it's not, oh, it's just something to read. So I think there's some books, if you go through and you click them all, it turns into a quest, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So we did have a quest to go to the Badlands. We are not going to the Badlands, so we're going to abandon that. And everything we have is in Winter Spring. So for the Hunter, we are 53, and what we need to kind of start considering is, what are we going to do once we've followed up with the storyline within Winter Spring? There's a couple different paths. One, let's say if we level to 58, do we just go straight into Hellfire? Does that 2 or 3 level gap between the initial mobs in Hellfire Peninsula raise the risk of us dying significantly, or does it even matter? Is the XP just from killing the mobs and completing the quests out there more than enough to make up for the risk? The other thing is, if we don't hit 58 out here, you know, I think the only other options are the Blasted Lands or Silithus. Now, personally, I am not a fan of going to the Blasted Lands. I don't know if there are level 90s out there due to the portal to go to Warlords of Draenor. I think Draenor, you have a max level 100, so you enter into Draenor at level 90. So there's a lot of level 90 mobs, and even if it's highly phased out there, the phasing in general is pretty high risk, and if it's not perfect, then there's a good chance of being one-shotted, and that would be highly unfortunate. So I want to stop talking about future plans for the moment so I can focus on what this. I don't know how hard these hit you for, so we're going to be careful here. So that's what we're going to look at, and okay, so that wasn't so bad. Better safe than sorry, but that wasn't bad at all. So we'll get that off him, mount back up, and let's run back down the falls before he respawns. But yeah, so if we don't level to 58 out here, we're gonna have to either choose Silithus or the Blasted Lands, and I am not really wanting to go to the Blasted Lands for what we were just talking about, but at the same time, Silithus has a significant travel time, and so if going to Silithus, I know we have to pass a lot of horde territory, so both have pretty significant risk, but I think Silithus might have ultimately less risk of getting one-shotted, so that's where I'm leaning now. I could very well change between the next 24 hours, between the next stream. Port to Nim at Everlook and Winter Spring. Sorry, so we're going to go ahead and head right back to Everlook then. This, like I said, this might open us up to another group of quests, so it's good to go ahead and pick that up. We might as well get if that does work that way, that's 2 or 3 in one zone versus just one. Felwood was actually pretty good to us yesterday. I didn't think all the quests in Felwood would level you as much as it did, but there's a significant amount of XP there with little to no danger as far as risk of NPCs, high level NPCs, faction NPCs, and all that stuff. So what else do we have going on here? I was looking at the... trying to say, hang on. Alright, so nothing popped up. So we'll just go back to doing what we were doing. I was looking at the WoW Challengers, the forums. It's linked in the description, but if I was reading that right, I think there's only 12 or 13 Ironman Challengers who've made it up to level 110. So that's kind of daunting if you think about it. That's there's a lot of challengers, and there's a lot of videos of people attempting it. So to see that there's only 12 or 13, it's just like, oh man, I wonder how long I'm going to be attempting this. Alright, Rumble Chunk. Let me see if there's a cave nearby. Maybe not. So, nope, it's right there. Okay. So with that, we're going to get 6 Rumble Chunks here. Rumble Chunks? Yeah. Prime Rumble Chunks. And then see where that leads us next. I'm kind of surprised we only have one quest, but that's how it goes sometimes. Maybe these guys will drop a quest and kind of lead us into the next phase of the zone. I haven't done too much kind of checking out Winter Spring as far as like, you know, at faction base or danger zones or whatnot, but if I remember right, it's pretty straightforward when it comes to leveling. There's not too many Avatar quests or anything of that nature, so we should be safe for the time being. What'll happen is servers going to go down at 8 server time for me, so that's about 2 hours. I'm guessing before the 8-hour mark they're gonna start the shutdown timer, just in case that timer doesn't accurately reflect when they're shutting down at the between the 10 and 15 minute mark. I'll probably hearth back to wherever I have my Hearthstone bound to and tuck it in for the day, because that's something you don't want to get caught up in and have the server shut down while you're in the middle of combat with someone. So we'll also play that safe. But we're going to go ahead and turn this in, and hopefully that'll push us further, open up a couple different quest lines so we can do more than one quest at a time here. But yeah, the goal would be, ideally, if I could get through Winter Spring in these next 2 hours, that would be ideal. I think deliver the boulder in a box to Lilith and Everlook. So I think her. Yep, we'll run in there real quick. Turn that in, and let's. I'm gonna get away from it and. All right. There we go. Kill Ram. Speak with these rock snitch. So it looks like we're going to be doing this for a while. I don't know why rock snitch doesn't just walk in there and talk to those guys. I might know if I read the quest, but here we are. So collect 10 pieces of fresh cut frostwood from frostleaf treants. And that's the only one. Wow. That's really surprising. Okay. We'll do it that way then. So if you guys, I know there's a couple new people have just joined, and welcome. For those who weren't on a little bit earlier, I threw away a quest item that was supposed to increase my agility by 14, I think. In reading the official rules, it seems like that's kind of like at your own risk. Sometimes that stuff will red flag you, sometimes it won't. So I don't want to red flag myself for popping something that's really not needed, because 14 extra agility, well, even if it's 1400, it's not worth risking the Ironman challenge, especially at this point. So let's see. We need 7 more. It looks like this is a 100% drop rate. Perfect. Yep. So we're going to run up this hill. Nope, I don't think there's anything up there. One thing that I've noticed a lot of other challengers do that makes me a little nervous is running by mobs or other NPCs. Just seems that that can go south pretty quick, and 9 times out of 10 it's not going to hurt you, but it's that 10th time where if for some reason a spider nets you or something stuns you, it's just a little bit difficult to recover from 3 or 4 mobs on you when you have only white or gray items. So fortunately, there's plenty of mobs here, and to be honest, in the short time I've been on, I haven't seen anyone in the area, so that might work out to our benefit, just so we don't have to worry about respawns and other players training mobs right by us. Because questing with a lot of players on is kind of a two-edged sword. It's good in the fact that they can help you kill stuff, given that, you know, your kill ratio doesn't dip below 75%. But the other side of the blade is that if, you know, they clear out a zone before you come, you have a high chance of walking into a zone where everything's respawns at one time. So we'll just, looks like, since it is Tuesday morning, a lot of people are probably doing their last minute mythic pluses or last minute raids or just last minute everything on their mains. So that might give me the opportunity to progress more naturally, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. So I think the last time I was here was before the cataclysm. Deliver the whatever that is to kill Ram. That works for me. I'll also stand back just in case that blows up. And there we go. Alright. Speak with, what's his name? Okay. Alright, we're going right outside the wall. I'm kind of a fan of this free 4100 XP. Collect 7 pieces of pure glacial ice. Okay. Oh, we did get a second quest. Alright. Oh, we got 4, looks like. Gotta kill some Yetis. We need to find Echo 3 and obtain, pretty much kill a named mob. So it looks like we're going into a cave, I think. And this is going on the other side of Everlook. So we'll swap back around and kill a bunch of birds with one stone. 4 birds, I guess. They did a really nice job with the appearance of the zone. It's just kind of refreshing from the dusk. What is it? Darkshore, and then Ashenvale, and Felwood, kind of all having that same evergreen appearance, and then, you know, you're now in a snowy region, so that's kind of a nice change of environment. So, as per normal, we are going to pretty much kill everything, and then we're going to get a quest. Speak with the witch doctor at the place. So it looks like that's the place up there. It looks like we need thick Yeti fur, and that's not 100% drop rate, because I've killed 3 and I only have 2, unless I didn't loot that one back there. But let's go ahead and make our way toward the witch doctor here. Oh, we do have another level 58 paladin. The guy's on a mission. Oh, nope, he's killing stuff here as well. Okay. think most people do this challenge on PvE servers. I don't know if it's even possible for... Okay. So, my WoW just crashed, and that's what I was afraid of. So what we're going to do is we're going to close out of everything, and hopefully... yeah, there we go. We're going to switch that out. I'm going to operate as fast as possible here. That is not good. Not good, not good, not good. So the crashing is what we were talking about earlier with the luck. Let's see how this turns out. Okay. Whew, man. Oh man. That's what I was afraid was going to happen. I restarted the computer this morning just in case that would happen. And maybe after this session I'll have to see if there's some sort of file or something to save, or not save, but repair. Man, that is nerve-wracking right there. But that's just a testament to I don't think skill or class difficulty is really too much of a factor in these Ironman challenges, as is the amount of luck that contributes to the overall success. Because a single DC or a single Warcraft crash or a single bad respawn, okay, you know, it is more impactful, I think, than... Okay, so this is like the Star Wars thing. That's kind of neat. Is more impactful than, I think, just the daily grind of the quest and the leveling. But yeah, the crash just then was a little rough. So I don't know. Am I supposed to shoot this guy? Chance on successful melee range attack for 4 seconds. This only works in winter, spring. So, oh, hit the ice to break free. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use Bestial Wrath here. Yeah, for those of you that just joined, we've just gone through a WoW crash, so I'm a little anxious right now and hoping that, you know, this is one of your Tuesday morning problems, in addition to just normal lag and DC. So it very well may be a bad idea to do this today, but we'll see. I've played on many Tuesday mornings and been just fine. So alright, so this is just a dead end in the cave, it looks like, so we'll just keep going this way. But yeah, holy crap, that was rough. So back to leveling. What do we need to do here? We just need a handful of more furs, I think. I saw something flicker over here, so let's head that way then. Go ahead and kill this patriarch. This Yeti. The downside with being in a cave is that the respawn rate typically is a little bit faster for whatever reason. In this cave, these this type of cave design isn't too bad for hunters, but there are a handful of caves out there where, holy crap, crashed again. Okay, so we're trying to shut this down so we can go ahead and yeah, there we go. So I do not know why that's crashing. That's really... I think that guy just died before I crashed. So this actually may be not a good time. Alright, so let's... How many more furs do we need? Glacial ice. Collect 7 pieces of pure glacial ice from the cavern. I think that's these things. Oh, we just gotta break them. Okay. Alright, so let's keep moving in the cave here so that if we do crash, if it does crash again, we might have to call it for today because that's really rough. And now I'm backtracking, so the chance that there may be respawns is actually a real threat. And I don't know if those ice items, those things, are only in this cave or are they outside as well? Because if I'm understanding the map right, it looks like I'm heading outside, I think. And I am also following behind the paladin. I think he was level 58, so he's probably cleared out quite a bit. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stand outside here for a second and admire the view. We've had 2 close calls today with Warcraft crashing. I think that's maybe a Tuesday morning problem. I've had Warcraft crash on me before on my main quite often, but you know, obviously it's not a big deal. Does it crash if you aren't streaming? Damien, thanks for joining the stream, Damien. But yeah, it crashes when I'm not streaming. And from what I'm understanding is that I guess there's some sort of automatic notification that's sent to Blizzard, and maybe you get a mini patch or a prompt to repair the game on your computer. So it's been maybe 2 or 3 weeks since I think I've crashed last time, but I've never had it crash twice in a row like that. So kind of anxious as far as that goes. What I'm trying to do right now is just kind of give... There was a level 58 paladin who ran through here and he killed, you know, everything in his wake. So what I want to do is, since I'm crashing and since we have this kind of scenario going on right now, I want to let the cave repopulate, and then I'm going to go back in there and kill things myself one at a time. That way, if I do crash, I can quickly recover and jump back in and complete this last quest here, because I need 3 more pure glacier ice pieces, and then we'll head back to Everlook. So I'm going to turn off the specialization here. That way, not tempted, and now might be a good time to sell some items actually. So we'll go through there. I don't need that. Sell that, and that. That bow is better than my gun I just bought. Wow. Okay. I do not have a back piece either. So that's 2 upgrades just from these guys. That's nice. Alright, so we'll vendor the gun. Damien says it could be an add-on, like Omen Meter crashed well for me. It was a painful process to reinstall the game clean, then add the add-ons one at a time. Yeah, so that's actually what I'm really not wanting to do, is completely reinstall the game again. I'm trying to shoot this guy between the rocks here. Okay, or not. But yeah, I think what you're saying actually has a lot of good advice to it. Is maybe what I'll do is go back. Damien, thank you for the sub. What I might do is go back and just kind of single-handedly pull out all the add-ons that I'm not currently using. I could probably do that now. So let me go ahead and see add-ons, stuff I'm not using. The auto loot plus, that's not necessary. Bad boy, that, oops, let's just do this for Q. Auto loot's not necessary. Bad boy's not necessary. Bad brother, I kind of, oops, let's shut that down. You know, I might turn off recount, because like you were saying, the meter thing might be wrong. So that I use recount. I shouldn't use sell junk, because junk is actually what's making this easy. I don't need the silent world quest, and I'm not using any weak auras, so we'll shut that down. I am using Z Pearl, and I don't know if I'm using, if there's anything that really uses that or not. So we're gonna reload UI here. Carlo asks, what is the Ironman challenge? Carlo, so the Ironman challenge is where you level from 1 to 110 without dying a single time, but you do it in all white gear, and you can't have any potions, any buffs. There's quite a few more rules, but I'm drawing a blank right now because I'm kind of concerned more about the disconnection. But I did link the rules in the description if you want to check that out. Damien says you could do that painful blizzard response and clear cache and disable add-ons. You know what? I might do that. Maybe when shutdown's going to happen in about an hour and a half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play extremely conservatively, and if it crashes one more time, even with the add-ons that I've disabled, we might call it for today, and then I'll go through and actually do an in-depth computer check. And yeah, I really hate to, like you said, reinstall the game, because that, I don't know if you can save your add-on file, which may just completely defeat the purpose of reinstalling the game. But man, I hate having to reset my interface add-ons. But it very well may be something I need to do. Is there an official Blizzard achievement for Ironman? No, there's not. There's not anything official from Blizzard, but you know, just from, this is my first attempt at it, and I would have to say this is probably the most fun I've had in game in a really long time, especially regarding leveling. This has been nothing but fun for me so far, and I can't wait to kind of, you know, get to 110, but at the same time also, you know, try another character. I'm tempted to try 2 different characters at once, just to have the melee and ranged experience. But you know, it's obviously time permitting as far as what I can get done. But to answer your question, no, there's nothing from Blizzard that kind of supports this or discourages it. To be honest, it's just kind of doing it on your own and at your own risk. Do you use Twitch Curse app to update add-ons? Yes, I actually do. And I was looking at that a minute ago, and it doesn't seem like there's anything. Oh, I'm wrong. Yep, I'm definitely wrong. Recores was not up to date. Recount and plus Mythic Timer as well as Bad Boy. So I had 4 add-ons that were not up to date. That is, thank you, Damien. I didn't see any sort of indication from the app. Usually it has like a little red button on the side. And all right, so let's get the hell out of here. So I think what I'll do is I'll shut down Warcraft. I know I've already disabled the add-ons, but I'll shut down Warcraft, update those add-ons, and then log right back in. So let me log out here, drop out of it, and then we'll update weak ores first, then recount, mythic plus timer. Yes, you can keep the add-ons, just copy the interface add-ons forward to another location once read. Oh, okay, so you can do that. All right, perfect. And then Warlock is my main. I have a no warrior tank, and that's a heck of a lot of fun. Yeah, the warriors are fun just because they are very fast-natured. I used to use recount to switch to Scata as it's a bit more lightweight. I might do that. I'm wondering if recount was the cause of that. Alright, so we're going to jump back in. Okay. I've had that happen on my main a couple of times. Like I said, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I've always been kind of nervous that it's going to happen on the Ironman challenge, but okay, you want to turn this off? But this is the first time it's actually happened. Damien says I used to plus the gnome screen certain abilities. Yeah, I have a I have a gnome hunter, and every time I use Bestial Wrath, she screams like that, and it's pretty funny, like a tiny little fury mouse. Deliver the instant icebox out to Cyril. So we'll drop that off to this guy in here. As per tradition, we'll back up. But yeah, this is the 12th time I've streamed, and I think I'm pushing 26 hours on this character, and that's the first time I've crashed, and then I crashed within 5 minutes. So hopefully that issue is resolved with removing the add-ons as well as updating them. Scar Ligaki. Oh, Scare Ligaki. Okay. Let's go over here and find. There she is. Part of me, if I do have a second character to do the Ironman challenge, wants to kind of attempt it with the gnome class, maybe I don't know, a gnome monk or whatever. But the loss of the shadow meld ratio is so big that saved me probably 3 or 4 times in the Western Plaguelands, the Eastern Plaguelands. So I'm kind of apprehensive about just dropping that. So that would be my advice if you're starting the Ironman challenge. If just to start it, I would at least do it Night Elf, whatever class. Okay, that's a that's the 3rd crash. I don't know if you guys are seeing. You're probably seeing a frozen screen, but that is my 3rd crash. At least it's in Everlook. That is insane. So let's close this. Yeah, I might have my work cut out for me while the servers are down. So we are super close to 54. Let's just push it to 54, and then we'll call it a day. Unfortunately, just because if we're having computer issues, so yeah, I'm super close. So we'll do that. We'll just go accept this real quick, and then was there a request in here? And then we'll go kill some stuff, and then we'll come back and we'll call it a day. Man, that's terrible. I wish that wasn't the case. I just, for some reason, does it give you an error crash reason? No, it has a long drawn out code, but I've put that code in Google a few times, as well as on the servers, but I haven't seen anything pop up. So it does give me an option to send an update to Blizzard, so I've always kind of done that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to passively kill some stuff just to hit that 54 mark, and say at least we leveled today, at the very least. That's too bad the computer is doing that. I've had my my computer itself crash twice since I bought it, and I run on Windows 10, and I don't know if there's some sort of issue between softwares that can't be corrected, but I haven't attempted to completely reinstall the game, so that's just something I've always been dreading. So it's going to take a few more stags than I initially thought. We're getting 260 a piece here. We're getting there. It's close. We're about halfway from where we were. What I don't want to do is get into a cave or a quest, a cave or an enclosed area, and get 2 or 3 mobs on me and then it crash, because the whole time I'm out, the thing's going to be hitting me. So I'm going to try to avoid that as much as possible. I think this one right here might do it. There we go, level 54. So let's go back to the safety of Everlook here and stay away from that fight path, even though there's probably no risk to it. The other thing, I think it was Carlo, if you're here, there are no pet battles allowed in the Ironman challenge, so there's no leveling via pet battle. So let's, is the whole thing giving me? No. I want to try to avoid rest XP, so I'm going to park outside the inn this time. But let's go ahead and log out, make sure we stay safe. But yeah, guys, man, I'm sorry that it's going to be like this today. We went for almost an hour. Servers are going to shut down in an hour anyway, but yeah, I have a little bit of work to do as far as my end and figuring out why we're crashing. So with that being said, thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate you, everybody chiming in, and Damien for all the information help. I really appreciate that. So I want to save my add-on folder somewhere and then take it apart and see what we can do. But with Evil Tim says, an Ironman challenge now, especially as a hunter. I mean, minus the heirlooms is not what it used to be. I think you said something yesterday against the hunter evil. We'll talk about that maybe tomorrow. But with that, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, 6 a.m. All the information's in the description, and you guys have a great rest of the day. Thank you.